Hello and welcome back for another episode of Financial Freedom by 40. In this week's episode, we are continuing our time in Australia's Red Centre. We visit the beautiful Kata Tjuṯa, which is pictured here in this video, and then we make our way across to check out Uluṟu. We then make our journey north and spend a little bit of time visiting Alice Springs and checking out some of the attractions there before we start to hit the road and make our journey up towards Queensland. We had such an amazing time visiting this part of Australia, and it was a big bucket list item ticked off for both Ryan and I. We can highly recommend taking the time to book a trip to this part of Australia. It is well worth it and something you will never forget. We just spotted our first glimpse of Uluṟu. Might just see it again coming back over the hill here. Can we see it? Can we see it? I think that might be it. You can just see it poking over the trees, but you probably can't see it on the GoPro.
Kata Tjuṯa up there. You can see the tip coming over the horizon.
Let's see if we can see it again better in a minute. It's a very rolling land. It's actually, I expected it to be really desert-like out here with just lots of sand and not much else, but it's actually very green. Can we see it? Can we see it? I think that must be it, boys. That must be just the top of Uluṟu. We can see it peeking out over top of the trees there. We're on the road now to Uluṟu, and there it is in all its glory. It's a bit bigger now. Just about to go into the entry to the national park. Well, we've made it to Uluṟu, so this is the view from the sunset viewing area. So it's obviously not sunset time just yet, but we've just stopped in here to have a quick look as we're looking around. So pretty spectacular scenery to look at, this one. We finally spotted some camels in the wild.
Seen a helicopter.
And a helicopter. So we've made it out to Kata Tjuṯa, which is one of the other sites that's out near Uluṟu. So we're staying at a free camp just over.
Side.
Can't see the caravan. It's over there somewhere. And yeah, but beautiful spot. Just come up the hill here to have a little look out. We'll go and watch the sunset somewhere nearby from here tomorrow night, and do a sunrise the next day, I think, and then we're off to the Ayers Rock campground. So we'll do the sunrise and sunset and all of that over the Uluṟu site. We're on our way into Kata Tjuṯa to do the Valley of the Winds walk and the Walpa Gorge walk. So the Valley of the Winds walk you actually can't film or take photos, so we won't be doing any filming in there, but we'll do the Walpa Gorge walk afterwards, and we'll hopefully be able to get a couple of photos or videos while we go through there, if it's all okay to film through that area. This area is quite sacred to the Indigenous people, so there's just certain places where you aren't allowed to do filming or photography. So we've come to do the Walpa Gorge walk here at Kata Tjuṯa. So this is one of the areas where you can actually take pictures.
Apparently it means windy.
Windy. So I wonder if it's windy up there. Go and have a look. Pretty big formations. This is actually taller than Uluṟu, but it's lots of smaller domes. So you know, the rock formations look kind of similar, not the same stripy colours, but kind of the similar composition to what we've seen at some of the other parks, like Uluṟu, with the layers with the boulders and the sort of sandy layers in between. But massive formations here. We completed this walk late in the afternoon, but we think it would have been a bit better to have come here earlier in the day, around about the 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. time of day, as then the valley sides would probably have been lit up nicely by the sunshine, a bit like they had been at some of the other gorges we visited elsewhere in Australia. Still a really beautiful spot for an afternoon walk. After our walk, we made our way back to camp and set up for the night. The camp we stayed at was a free camp just outside of the national park, but as you can see here, it wasn't too far away, and we had some beautiful views from where we stayed, looking out towards Kata Tjuṯa. We collected up some firewood and had a lovely fire and toasted some marshmallows and enjoyed watching the sunset over this beautiful view. And here's a quick look out over what we could see when we put the drone up and watched the sunset. It's amazing with these rock formations both at Kata Tjuṯa and at Uluṟu at how the colours change over the course of the day, particularly around sunrise and sunset. It's definitely worth making the effort to get up early and do the sunrises and also to come out to the sunsets both at Kata Tjuṯa and Uluṟu, as it really is just quite an awe-inspiring experience getting to see these beautiful rock formations lit up by the sun. What is it, about 6:30 in the morning, 7:15? And we've come to watch the sunrise at Kata Tjuṯa. So this is a separate sunrise area from where we watched the sunset. But you can see the sun's just starting to come up over there. So we're going to wander over to the lookout and have a look. And this is the view you get to see from the Kata Tjuṯa Dune viewing sunrise area. It's well worth getting here a little bit early to make sure you can get a parking spot and secure yourself a good spot on the lookout. And the same goes for the Uluṟu lookout as well. There are loads of people coming to watch these sunrises and sunsets. We've just completed the ranger talk this morning at Uluṟu, so we're going to start the base walk now. And there are some parts you're allowed to film, but others that you aren't. This is a beautiful view from where we're starting the walk. So right up close to it, it actually looks quite different to what you're used to seeing when you see it in the, you know, on postcards and the like. But it's so beautiful. All these big black parts are where water runs down. So when there's rains, it would be like a big waterfall coming down the side of Uluṟu here. We're about halfway around Uluṟu now, around the base walk. So it's a, was it 10.8 kilometres walk in total, 10.6. And we've already hit our 10,000 step target today, so we might even get to 20,000 by the time we make it all the way around. So we're past the halfway point and on our way back towards the car, and this is another segment that you are allowed to take photos and film as you come around. The base walk at Uluṟu is 10.6 kilometres long and takes about 3 to 3.5 hours to get around if you're walking. There are lots of other options though. There are Segway rides you can book, there are bike hire places, and of course there are helicopter rides, just about anything you want to do to be able to see Uluṟu from all its different angles. We took the cheaper option and did the walk around, and it was worth it because you got to see Uluṟu from so many different angles. Later that evening we went back towards Uluṟu to the sunset viewing area so we could experience the beautiful Uluṟu sunset. Heaps of people come here with a little picnic and some cold drinks to sit and watch the sunset. You do have to get in early to get a spot, but also to make sure you capture all of the beautiful colours as it changes quite rapidly as the sun sets from a vibrant orange to a darker colour. Look at these camels. They're kind of cute though, aren't they? They're kind of like cute in like a kind of ugly looking sort of way. Yeah, yeah. Look at their teeth, they're all wonky. Busy eating away there. Like this one looks like he's about to have a snooze. He looks like he's about to fall asleep.
Oh, I'm tired.
Yeah. Look, he's going to have a little snooze on his friend's backside. Oh no, is he scratching his face?
Might be a few flies in the eyes.
Yeah. Some of these ones must have the day off. Look at him eating.
I don't know if they bite.
But it says do not feed or bother the camels. He's feeding himself, isn't he?
Find a good grass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is good stuff.
Just having a good munch there. It's a good grass. Hello. Oh, look at all that slob.
Dude, you need to see a dentist.
Yeah.
You really need braces.
Uh-huh.
Hey. Hello. Oh, yuck. Slobby. Good
Hi.
breath too.
I heard a rooster before.
Did you?
Yeah.
There's a goat down there.
So see how the harnesses sit across the top of the single hump.
Oh yeah. Well, they don't terrorise the chickens. Oh, hello.
Hi. Hi, Mr. Camel.
Nice
Munch,
mouthful.
munch.
He doesn't look like he even has teeth.
What's his name?
No, please. I was calling him sheep.
Sheepson.
He's like a sheep. Jeez, mate.
There you go, Zevs.
He's friendly.
Friendly is.
Is he soft?
Very soft.
What's the wool like on the head?
You got huge feet.
Fluffy.
Look at his big feet.
Sheep, eh?
He doesn't seem bothered at all.
They spend like all day having a munch. Oh, look, that's a fluffy chicken. Can you give him a pat?
Yeah, give him a pat.
Hello,
Oh, look.
beautiful. Hello.
Give him a pat on the head, honey.
No, eating my hoodie. It's a new hoodie and it's a good one. Good job.
He come in to say hello to you.
Good job. He wants my hoodie. I can tell he wants it.
That one's friendly. They're very friendly, aren't they?
Oh, he actually ate it this time. Mom, he actually ate it this time.
What are their horns like?
They're really hard.
Oh, there's the roo over there.
So many goats.
So many goats.
They're also really tame.
There's a couple of roos.
Here's another chicken.
Dude, you had too much hair. It was a hard night.
Oh, look. He's out cold.
He had a hard night.
Looks like it. This guy doesn't look like he's faring too
Too
much
much
better
grass.
either. Yeah, they're not coming over this way. They look like they're just chilling today. Maybe it's a bit cold for them or something, lying in the sunshine. We are on our way back out to the Uluṟu sunset area. So we went and watched the sunset last night, and we thought we'd come a little bit earlier and see if we can get a bit of a better spot tonight to capture just a few more snaps at Uluṟu's best. It seems like the sunset really is the time to capture the really pretty photos of it with the bright orange colours. So going to take our little picnic and go and sit out there and have our dinner while we watch the sunset, and then a little bit later we're going to head out to watch the Field of Lights show. We've heard that's pretty cool to see, so hopefully we can take some video while we're watching that. You just see Kata Tjuṯa just over there. Oh, it's gone behind the trees on the horizon. Yeah, so our last night at this national park, so making the most of it. This was a bucket list item, coming to see Uluṟu, that Ryan and I are ticking off, so pretty exciting, and definitely trying to make the most of the time that we have here. There it is in all its beauty. So this side actually, it looks a little shaded at this time of day from this side, but as you get closer to it, the shading and the colours actually change quite a lot. It's quite amazing how different it looks. Like this morning we thought we'd come out and take some photos, but it looked quite dull, and then even last night when we came to do the sunset, as soon as the sun went down it just went completely dark. So it went from being this vibrant glowing orange to being really shaded and dark. So yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, sort of you see all the different shades and faces of Uluṟu. So the colours are starting to come out now. It's looking super orange. I've been trying to capture the video on the GoPro, but I didn't bring the tripod, so it's hanging on the fence and it keeps falling off. So it's going to be interesting to see how that comes out. No, don't please. Later, but Uluṟu is looking pretty spectacular at this point in time. Look at that. So we are off to do the Field of Lights experience. So on the bus and about to head out there. We're not too sure where we're going, but it should be fun. Secret location. So we're here at the Field of Lights. It's pretty amazing. I don't think that the camera's going to be able to capture how beautiful it is. It goes on for ages. There's apparently over 50,000 lights in the installation, and it covers, I don't know, I can't remember, a lot of hectares.
About 12 hectares.
Was it 12 hectares? But it was more than that anyway, of land with these amazing lights. The Field of Lights was a fun family experience, but coming in at $179 for a family pass, it was a little bit pricey. I wouldn't say this is a must-do at Uluru, but it was still pretty cool to get to have a look at the lights and to have this experience. We're on our way out of the campground. It's just our last day at Yalara, where Uluru is, and we're going to go out and watch the sunrise over Uluru, but we're experiencing something we haven't experienced very often in Australia, and it's ice on the windscreen, so it's a little bit tricky to see. Just trying to defrost the windscreen before we get out of the campground. It got down to 0 last night, I think, was the forecast. It's currently 4 degrees outside, so not really used to these chilly temperatures, but we're heading north today, so hopefully we might get a couple of degrees warmer as we go north. Just starting to see a little bit of light come up and start to see a bit of colour in Uluru. We're actually going around the other side, so it'll be a little bit different from the other side, I imagine, but we haven't been around to that viewing area yet, so we'll have a look in a minute. The sunrise area is also really busy, so it's a good idea to make sure you get in nice and early so that you can get a good spot on the viewing platform. Parking wasn't so much of a problem here, but there were heaps of people out on the viewing platform trying to watch the sunrise. We felt that the sunrise wasn't quite as spectacular as the sunset viewing area, but it is still good to get up and to do this as well, so that you get to experience the full array of Uluṟu and Kata Tjuṯa sunrises and sunsets. Just left the Ayers Rock campground, so we are hitting the road back to Alice Springs today, and it's quite a journey. It's probably going to take us about 4.5–5 hours and about 450 k's, so trying to make our way back up towards the highway that's going to take us across to Queensland. So altogether we figured to get back to the Queensland sides around about from here about 1700 k's. We did the math the other day, so some massive distances to travel, but only a few days now and we'll be back in Queensland. So the first chunk of it today is Yalara up to Alice Springs. 470 odd k's later, we've made it to Alice Springs. So what time is it now? 3:30, and we left at
10 o'clock.
About 10 o'clock. So long driving day. We've had enough now, so we've booked in at a camp at Alice Springs, back at the Transport Museum again, the same place as we stayed in on our way south. But we've stopped at the Alice Springs sign to take a photo because we missed this on the other end. So capturing those moments. I just noticed as we're driving out, there's a sign here that shows the distances. So it's 1500 k's since Darwin, and still, what was it? How many k's to Tennant Creek? But another 500 k's odd to Tennant Creek, which is roughly where we're hoping, to get up in that direction tomorrow. We're off this morning to, we're going to head north today, but we're going to have a quick stop in at the Alice Springs Reptile Centre along the way. We've heard good things about this place, and apparently you can even handle some of the reptiles here, so that should be pretty cool. Let's go and have a look.
Secret entry.
They even have a thorny devil, which is these little guys on their logo. And we've been trying to spot one in the wild. We haven't seen one yet, so hopefully we can see one today. This reptile centre was super cool, and the experience of getting to touch and hold some of the animals was probably the coolest part of all. At many of the animal parks, you actually have to pay extra for animal experiences where you get to touch and interact with the animals, and this one was actually a really affordable experience overall, and you didn't even have to pay extra to have the interactions with the animals, and we all really enjoyed getting to touch and feel and learn a lot about these animals as part of this interactive experience. One of the best parts was getting to hold the olive python, and Ollie was brave enough to volunteer to go up first.
If she comes up to your face or anything, if she comes up anywhere near your face or neck, you don't have to worry, she's not going to do anything. So, do you have rodents at home? Do you have guinea pigs? Do you play with rats, rabbits? Do you have any rabbit fur hats, rabbit skin keychains? No? No. Alright, there you go, you're not food. Don't worry.
Leave my head alone.
She's alright. She's going to, if you stand up straight, she was going across your neck so that she can get a better hold.
So if you put your arm out, she'll go across.
Yeah, she'll just go straight down.
Don't want to stress you out, lad, but you know.
You just yell out when you want me to take her off. And you can all do that as well, I don't mind. Just yell out when you've had enough, it doesn't matter how long.
I'm not a big snake fan, but I thought I would join in on the fun as well, and I'm really glad that I did. It was quite a cool experience getting to feel the snake wrapped around you, and they're surprisingly strong. After the interactive experience, we spent some time looking around the other animals that they have at the reptile centre, including lots of snakes and lizards, including this super venomous snake, which Ollie will tell you about now.
Did you know that I'm the most venomous terrestrial snake in the world? I have yet never claimed a human life. So this guy's never killed a human. Hello. But he's the most deadly snake in the world. See how harmless they are?
Harmless.
Not really harmless, it's the most deadly snake in the world.
I see thorny devils.
If you wanted to see a thorny devil,
Finally found thorny devils.
there's 5 of them.
Oh, I wish we see them in the wild, they're so cute.
Oh, here's a fullback. He looks ugly.
Oh no, he's
Oh,
cute.
look at their little horns.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so cute. Look at them.
You've been trying to find one for how long now?
And they're tiny. A little
There's
thorny
no
devil.
ways, unless you knew they were there,
look
you
at him.
wouldn't see them.
Oh, he's hiding. Oh,
Yeah,
it's a little
there's
one.
The
That one's
biggest
even
one's
smaller.
over there. That one hasn't moved, but that big one has moved on top of this smaller one.
And if you haven't already seen enough crocs by this stage in your lap of Australia, you can go out the back and visit Terry at the saltwater croc. They do actually have a underwater viewing platform as well. You can go down beside Terry's pool and see him in the water. We're on our way out to Tjuṯa Gorge, which is part of the East McDonald Ranges. So we visited the West McDonald Ranges on our way down to the centre, down to Uluṟu. And now this is the other side of Alice Springs, so apparently some cool spots to see out here, so we thought we'll come and have a look before we head north as well. We visited the East McDonald Ranges as a day trip out from Alice Springs, but there are campgrounds out there if you want to spend a little bit more time out exploring around this area. We're here in Tjuṯa Gorge, so just starting to walk. There are quite a few walks you can do here, but we're a bit time limited, so we're just doing one that says it's about an hour, but we'll see how long it takes us. A lot of the ones we've done so far we do a little bit faster, so we're gonna have a look around here, and then we want to start trying to make our way north. Hopefully get a few hundred kilometres under our belts today, heading back towards Queensland. You can see down into the gorge from here. Assume at some time there must be a lot of water in there. Looks like a riverbed. Quite far up here, looking down into it. But yeah, it's completely dry at the moment. Can't see any water in there at the moment. As we've been travelling around, we've seen different brochures and things advertising about when the wild flowers are in bloom. But at the moment, we're actually starting to see wildflowers. This one's kind of like a holly type bush. It's quite spiky. It's quite pretty, and there's just these little purple ones. They're quite pretty too. See those ones. Lots of different flowers. There's also these little fluffy yellow ones, which, where are they? Well, they're sort of off over there. Walk past them now, but they're we're definitely noticing way more wildflowers now. I guess it's starting to head towards spring, so kind of cool to get to see them. There's heaps of the holly ones around. You can see all the red flowers are those kind of holly type bushes. Oh, looks like we're going to go down into the gorge now.
Yeah, across back round, I think.
Ah,
Probably only walk like something like K.
yeah, probably. We're around the other side of the gorge now, so we can see the sandy riverbed a bit better from over here. And it continues right around. We suspect we might end up down there on the bottom somewhere shortly. Bit of a better view from this side, looking down into the gorge. Must be a lot of water. Like, it's all sandy, so it must be filled with water at times.
Yeah, shallow.
Pretty wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hasn't been recently, obviously, based on all the footprints at the bottom. Now we're down inside the gorge. Kind of similar rock formations to what we saw in Karajini back in WA. Pretty cool colours and shapes in the rocks. This walk took us around about 45 minutes to complete, and it was a little bit steep at the start, but generally not too bad. A lot easier than some of the other walks we've done over the last few months. I'd say this is probably not a must-do one if you've done a lot of the other ones like Kings Canyon, but still a really pretty place to visit. At the moment we've just left Alice Springs, and so trying to get about 3 hours of driving, a few hundred kilometres under the belt tonight, just to make our trip across to Queensland a little bit easier. Hopefully then we can just have maybe two more days to get across to Queensland. We may make it across to Queensland tomorrow, but might be a bit of a push. We'll see how we go. Well, that's where we are going to leave you for this week's episode. Thanks for tuning in and following along the journey with us this week. I'm going to leave you now with my video. If you remember earlier on, I told you that I had the GoPro attached to a fence as I was trying to capture the sunset over Uluru. So it didn't turn out quite as planned. It was a little bit wobbly, and it did end up falling off towards the end. So bit of a blooper reel, this one, but still beautiful to see Uluru as the sun was setting.